It's not often you see a Mayo man hurling, but here we are. Keith Higgins, how did you enjoy your evening?
Yeah, it was great crack now, in fairness. Like I said, it's not often we'd get up this part of the country to hurl with some of the greatest guys that ever played. So, it's a great evening, great cause, and sure, look, it was a bit of crack as well out there, so that's the main thing.
Unfortunately for Mayo, you did come to this part of the country to play football. It didn't go so well. How are things now?
Yeah, there's still a few sore memories coming back to Newbridge again, but sure, look, I suppose that's the joy of the sport, that's the way it goes. We've had a good few weeks to get over it now, so it's still in the back of the mind, but look, you just have to move on with things and try and look forward, I suppose, so that's just the way it goes.
It's probably very little comfort to Mayo, but the narrative the last few weeks has been people saying, God, I wish miss Mayo from the championship.
Yeah, there's been a few headlines saying that, alright, but look, it's I suppose it's probably just taken a while for the championship to kind of get going, and some of the games mightn't have been the best of quality, but look, as long as Dublin and Tyrone are winning, they're not going to care about that, so hopefully it'll be a good final. I think it's got potential to be a kind of a bit of a cracker, right? So, if there's a good final there, it kind of might make up for some of the games, I suppose.
It would have to be a real cracker of a final to make up for, let's face it, a summer that hasn't been particularly inspiring football-wise.
Yeah, true, I suppose. But again, it's a lot of people are probably comparing it to the Hurling Championship, which has been phenomenal. So it's always going to be a bit of a loser when you're comparing it to that. But people are probably making a big deal out of it. But even attendance is there at the semi-finals and all that. But look, you're looking from a goal point of view, that there are hurlers in the Ireland final as well, so that might take away from some of the crowd there. But yeah, you probably would have preferred some teams maybe just going out and having a bit more of a go and making it a bit more entertaining, but managers aren't in the business of making things entertaining, they just want to win. So
well, that's certainly, Mayo can't be accused of that. Like Mayo, when they in the championship, they do go out and they do give a display.
Yeah, and we probably don't make things easy on ourselves, but I think that's one thing we could have said, especially last year, that some of the games were entertaining when extra times and replays and all that, which isn't ideal sometimes, but like I said, it made it exciting for the fans anyways, I suppose, so that's one thing anyways.
I know some of the players kind of went straight off out to America and they got to enjoy hopefully their summer playing football out there. It must be quite difficult, I'm assuming, to while away evenings when possibly everyone had plans to be training and going to games and that kind of thing.
Yeah, you'd be surprised actually. I mean, I know from my own point of view, we're probably back in with the club the following week, and you've club football and club hurling, so you're probably busier with the club than you would have been if you were Mayo, because you can kind of get away from some of them sessions. So yeah, some of the boys headed off and to America, and it's kind of hard to blame them as well when there's not going to be a championship game for a few weeks. So look, my point of view was it's been busy for weeks, but it keeps out of trouble anyways.
Finally, one of the other big talking points the last few weeks have obviously been Stephen Rochford, backroom team, that kind of thing. I'm sure for your own sake you'd rather things would just settle down, but how are things standing at the moment, do you know?
Yeah, I'd love to be able to give you a big exclusive and all that, but honestly I seen the headlines there today as well that he's staying on. Knew kind of the boys who've gone right the last couple of weeks, which is kind of no surprise really. In fairness, they've been there for a good while, I suppose, apart from Tony, been there 2 or 3 years, but you need maybe that consistency with Stephen there again. He'll probably bring in a new backroom team, might fresh things up. So look, it's only August yet, another couple of months, boys taking their minds off it might be a good thing and get back into it then probably October, November, December time and see what next year brings.
Well, I suppose take the positive slant in it. It's been an opportunity that you didn't want, but you now have a good length of time to control alt delete, turn the page, play some hurling, play some club football and focus again.
Exactly, yeah. Like I said, it's just a matter of kind of whatever about the bodies, even for the mind, so just to get away from the whole hype of the whole thing for a few months, and like I said, recharge and just go back to your club, maybe have a bit more fun, a bit of crack on evenings like this and just enjoy things. I said look forward to next year again, and if the FPD doesn't be long coming around, so you just have to look forward to it and take the positive out of it, I suppose. That's
it, because as a Mayo player you're one of the most best supported teams in the country, but a lot of pressure and expectation come with that, and if there's one positive, I know obviously your fans are great, but it must be kind of nice to not be carrying that weight all day. Yeah, big time, and like you said, we'd always say we've the best supporters in the world, and they'll travel all over the place, supporters, but come FPD there'll probably be 5,000 or 6,000 our first game, the league the exact same thing, and even from my own point of view, just hurling away with Mayo last year, getting away from the whole pressure of the league, I found it great. Like, there's no pressure on you, you can just go out and enjoy yourself, and at the end of the day I think we have to get back to that, is just enjoying what we're doing, whether it's football or whatever, and that's at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.